junkies, welcome back to Twin Flicks, where we are celebrating the magic movies and physical media with you. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Twin Flicks, where we are here. Hey everybody. Hey Twin Flicks, welcome back to another episode of... Hey movie junkies, welcome back to Twin Flicks, where we always here celebrating the magic movies and physical media with you. Thank you, I finally got it. Thank you. Okay, cut it. So today we're taking a look at 1991 or 92 Under Siege, which arrives on 4K UHD from Arrow Video, and also Arrow Video put out a remastered Blu-ray that sourced from the same 4K scan. And Warner Brothers released the movie back in 2006 on Blu-ray, and this combo pack with Under Siege 2. Well, again, my friends and yours over at Arrow Video has given Under Siege the royal 4K treatment with a 4K scan from the original 35mm negative, forming a 4K DI with HDR10 and Dolby Vision grading, and preserving a theatrical ratio of 1:8:5:1. The restoration and color grading was supervised by director Andrew Davis, who later on went to go direct The Fugitive after this with an Oscar nomination. Alright guys, so let's take a few minutes and take a closer look at Arrow Video's 4K presentation of Under Siege against Warner Brothers' 2006 Blu-ray, and also stay tuned after the review for a very brief rundown of some new bonus material included on this Arrow Video disc. Right away with the opening title sequence, you know what you're in for. Where the ocean on a 2006 Blu-ray looks grayish and murky, it just looks ugly. While on this new 4K scan, the ocean now actually looks blue. It looks much more appropriately displayed now than this ugliness that we have on the 2006 Blu-ray. And it just gets better from there. The 4K scan breathes newfound life back into the image that elevates the film to a much higher level of detail, clarity, and visual tangibility. The HDR10 and Dolby Vision grading is applied modestly with extraordinary primaries that flourish, delivering astonishing brighter, bolder colors with more vividness that looks lifelike. And it's not just with the primaries. Secondary colors also deliver brighter and bolder, more vivid colors. And also colors of all the interiors of the battleship are at a stunning level with the color palette, staying active with much more nuances and depth while also looking natural, which was largely absent from the 2006 Blu-ray. I mean, this is a night and day difference here, making this 4K an immediate upgrade from the 2006 Blu-ray. The saturation has been elevated and never appearing artificially applied or overly hot. The film now exudes a very nice and pleasant natural warmth that is especially beneficial for skin tones that are now naturally warm and reads convincingly lifelike. Unlike the 2006 Blu-ray, where a lot of the skin tones looked very palish and also had a processed smoothing out look to it. And one of the best parts of the improved saturation is with the large amount of explosions. Whereas on the Blu-ray, it has some sort of weird greenish tint in the explosion. I'm not sure where that came from or what that's about, but it is there on the Blu-ray. Here on this 4K with the improved saturation and HDR10 Dolby Vision grading on the UHD disc, as you can see, it's a night and day difference here with the explosions, fire from flames that really ignites the screen. The contrast has been handled with considerable care here. The HDR10 and Dolby Vision grading widens its range while maintaining an ideal balance between bright and dark areas, and yields accurate light levels that also improves color timing throughout. The better contrast level also gives much more dimensionality to the image now. And this also leads to the next area of note here that I was very impressed with, and that is that the 4K scan now has exceptional and striking looking black levels and shadows that are significantly enhanced by the HDR10 Dolby Vision grading on the UHD disc, resulting in deep, gorgeous, inky, truer looking blacks and improved depth with stronger shadow delineation. And what this has done is it now eliminates some of the heavy crushed out details or the washed out blacks that plagued the 2006 Blu-ray, where the 4K now allows for finer details, textures, and I even noticed some very slight splashes of color to come through the darkness with clear visibility, even within the darkest, murkiest corners. And these improved black levels and stronger shadows marks a significant upgrade over the 2006 Blu-ray.
And Arrow Video's remastered Blu-ray that is sourced from the same 4K scan also benefits from these deeper, darker, improved black levels and shadows. However, it's the UHD disc with the HDR10 grading that pushes the black levels even further. The 4K image quality delivers very striking amount of texture and detail pulled from the negative. The higher 2160p resolution renders cleaner, finer lines, giving way to the absolute sharpest and clearest image possible without the use of any AI sharpening tools or some artificial smoothing done. The 4K restoration cleans the image while faithfully preserving the inherent qualities from the production baked into the original negative, meaning that how the film was shot is how we are seeing it on our screens, including softness within those tight close-up shots or even some wide shots that had some softness to it. And I also did notice some very slight artifacts that would quickly pop up here and there. But again, this was all baked into the negative and not from any compression artifacts or a poor 4K transfer. The 4K transfer reveals sublime detail level in every single frame. There's also some really nice sheen with objects, including weaponry such as knives and guns that are sharply resolved, and all of this is on full display now. That was just not the case on the 2006 Blu-ray, where the image looked very flat and lifeless. Here with the 4K scan, there is some outstanding depth and three-dimensionality, and this really elevates the film with excellent tangibility, and again, without the use of any digital enhancements or manipulative processing done. And also one of the best parts of this 4K is you don't need a 70+ inch TV to enjoy all these benefits. Now, the 2006 Blu-ray had a lot of DNR scrubbing applied that made especially faces look overly processed or waxy. The same was true with just the overall image that had a smoothed out, overly processed look to it that really limited detail levels. Well, not anymore, because Under Siege with the 4K scan retains the film's finer layer of grain, giving Under Siege an authentic and organic 35mm look, and this reinforces the movie's original cinematic filmic appearance that really looks breathtaking on your screen. Alright guys, now we're going to dive into the audio presentation of this 4K disc and also the remastered Blu-ray. Arrow Video presents Under Siege with two different audio tracks, the original stereo mix and a new remixed Dolby Atmos track derived from the original audio elements that really brings a surprising amount of width, energy, and atmosphere. Then the old Dolby Digital 5.1 mix on the Blu-ray that sounds very dated now. The Atmos mix does its job aiming to only expand on the original elements rather than trying to reinvent them with modern elements, meaning that no modern sound effects were added into the mix. High channels are carefully placed overhead without sounding aggressive or gimmicky, and the directional surround effects very smoothly and gracefully glides and pans from the front channels to the surround to the rear channels and overhead channels, really immersing you in a 360-degree soundstage without it ever feeling forced. Low ends also sound tighter and more defined, where the bass levels go hard and gives the film some really nice weight and heft to it. Dialogue is very clean and clear throughout, and the film score nor the heavy sound effects ever overshadow the dialogue. And one of the best parts with this new mix is that the dialogue, music, and sound effects still maintain the character of the early 90s action movies, where the Atmos mix respects the film's original sound design, and it is a very impressive and cinematic experience. Guys, Arrow Video knows how to kick off the new year right with Under Siege on 4K, remastered Blu-ray, or the 4K UHD, with substantial improvements in both video and audio quality that makes this release an immediate upgrade from your 2006 Blu-ray. But now head over to the comments section and let me know, when you see the differences here between the two formats, Arrow Video's 4K presentation against Warner Bros. 2006 Blu-ray, which do you like better? Or do you see much difference at all? Again, head over to the comments section and let me know. Alright guys, well as I said at the top of this video, there are some new bonus features on this, and there's also some archival bonus features that were released previously on the Blu-ray and the DVD. But I'm only going to focus on the new material, and it includes a new audio commentary from director Andrew Davis and the film screenwriter J.F. Lawton. We also have a new interview with the director of the film, Andrew Davis, and this is a fantastic interview where, again, he dives in and talks about the film's production, working with Steven Seagal, and all the challenges that he faced trying to get this movie done. We have new interviews with actors Erica Elenke and Damian Chapa. These are also two great interviews where they give some personal anecdotes about filming the movie and their personal thoughts on the film itself.
But my favorite addition to the bonus material is the in-depth interview with visual effects supervisor William Mesa. And he goes in and dives deep into how he achieved the explosions, filming the fighter jets, down to the finale with the rockets. He goes in and talks about how he utilized Introvision to achieve this look and the special effects that are in the film. And it's seriously a lost art in filmmaking today. This was such a great interview.
Well, as always, guys, thanks so much for joining me for a few minutes here as we talk about Under Siege on 4K UHD. And again, Arrow Video did release a remastered Blu-ray sourced from the same 4K scan, but of course without the 2160p resolution or HDR10 or Dolby Vision grading. As always, guys, keep physical media alive and stay tuned for another 4K versus Blu-ray comparison.
Twin Flicks presents 4K versus Blu-ray.